Attention! Most skilled workers may be banned from working in the UK. Hello and welcome back to our channel Travel and Jobs. We have very crucial news for all skilled workers in the UK today. Like we told you in yesterday's video, the UK government is drastically revoking sponsorship licenses from employers in the UK for many reasons. And if your employer's sponsorship license is revoked or suspended, you will be unemployed and will have to leave the UK immediately. Hence, in today's video, I will be explaining to you the reasons the UK government has taken this decision to revoke licenses of most companies offering sponsorship in the UK, the effect of the revocation on the employees, and the effect on the employers themselves. So, watch the video through till end, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell icon to be notified when we publish new updates. Now, let's begin. If the UK Visas and Immigration considers that you are failing to meet your sponsor duties in a serious way or stop operating in the UK, your sponsor license will be revoked. Reasons for revoking employers' COS in the UK. 1. In case the Home Office finds out the sponsor breaches any of their required duties, it may revoke the license for the sponsor. The sponsor may also get penalized. This is usually when the Home Office discovers that the sponsor provided false or misleading information for the initial application or for the renewal application of the license. The sponsor knowingly omits or hides relevant information from the applications that would have led the Home Office to reject the grant of the license. A business is found to have employed illegal workers that are not covered by the sponsorship license. The business fails to undertake the right to work checks correctly in accordance with Home Office guidelines. The Home Office discovers that the business employed someone for a job that does not actually meet the role's required skill level. The sponsor fails to provide the Home Office with requested documents within the deadlines stipulated by the Home Office. The business supplies incorrect information about the salary, job responsibilities, and or roles of the employee. 2. Protecting local jobs. The government wants to make sure that those in the UK have good jobs, so they are changing their rules to help local people find good jobs. If many companies sponsors from overseas, it may be detrimental to those already in the UK because it might be difficult for them to find companies that can sponsor them. The third reason, the employer failed to satisfy Home Office officials upon a visit to their premises on a host of issues, such as, for example, that a bona fide business was in operation, or that the director of the business did not have unspent criminal convictions, or that they were employing illegal workers or those whose visa conditions were irregular. The fourth reason, to stop exploitation. The Home Office have discovered that many companies exploit most especially foreign workers by asking them to pay huge sum of monies before issuing them certificate of sponsorship. Some people end up falling to scams for the same reason. The UK government is aware of this and wants to stop the exploitation done by most of these employers. The fifth reason, the goal of the legislation is to standardize the sponsorship process. The government wants to make it easier for businesses to legally hire skilled workers. If you do everything right, the process of acquiring and maintaining your sponsorship license is not as difficult as it sounds. The sixth reason, control of immigration and cut down of net migration. By revoking COS, the government makes sure that only people with the right skills and the right qualification come to the UK. By doing so, they are ensuring that the UK has a qualified labor force that can produce and boost its economy. Now, let's talk about the effects of COS crackdown on employees. You will have to leave your job and leave the UK if your employer loses their sponsorship license, unless you make a new visa application to stay in the UK. What happens to you depends on whether you're already in the UK when your employer's sponsor license changes. If you are already in the UK when your sponsor loses their license, your certificate of sponsorship will be cancelled and your visa will be limited to 60 days. You will have to leave your job and leave the UK unless you make a new visa application within that time. If you are involved in the reason why your sponsor lost their license, your visa will be withdrawn and you will have to leave the UK immediately. If you are outside the UK, check the status of your sponsor's license on the register of sponsors before you travel. Your sponsor won't be listed if you've lost your license or it's suspended. If you have applied for a visa by then, it will be refused. If you have a visa but haven't traveled to the UK, your visa will be cancelled. You won't be allowed to enter if you travel to the UK. Now, let's talk about the effects of license revocation to the employers. A revoked sponsor license means that the company has lost its authority to lawfully employ and sponsor foreign skilled workers. When the license is revoked, the sponsored employee will also face termination of their sponsored visa. The employee must find employment with other sponsors, switch their visa categories, or leave the country. The employer will be prohibited from applying for a new sponsor license for a specific period of time. Typically, this is a 12-month time period, right from the date of the sponsor license revocation. This is all we prepared for you today, and we hope all skilled workers in the UK under sponsorship in private companies can now take precautions to avoid this. Now, what are your thoughts on this? Please do let us know in the comment section below. Please do not forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell icon for new episodes. We will see you in our next video.